G'day there, you beautiful people. My name's Connor, and we're back with some more stories from Reddit. As always, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and also the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Alrighty, let's get right into it. Okie dokie, we're on relationships. This one was written by a throwaway account, and it's titled, My girlfriend of 4 years just told me that she's pregnant. I'm a woman, so it can't be mine, but she swears she didn't cheat. What do I do? I'm still in shock, so bear with me. My life feels like a soap opera right now. Apologies, this will probably be long. Here's some background. My girlfriend Anna and I have been together for 4 years, with intentions of getting engaged sometime this year. To clarify, we are 2 women in a relationship. I'm a lesbian, always have been, but Anna is bisexual and has had serious relationships with men in the past. This has never been an issue for us because we love each other and have a healthy and stable relationship. But now, as you can imagine, I'm second guessing everything. What went down? In the last month, Anna had been complaining about putting on weight, particularly in her stomach area. Anna is thin and athletic, so the little belly she developed is noticeable. She had been going to the gym more and started eating much healthier than she usually does. We didn't notice any improvements with her weight loss, but I told her that it takes time and that she will eventually lose the weight. Pregnancy never ever crossed my mind, for obvious reasons. Last week she really started freaking out about her weight gain, so she scheduled a doctor's appointment. She had the appointment yesterday afternoon, and afterwards called me at work and told me that we needed to talk. I could tell she'd been crying. I'm freaking out at this point now, thinking that she's terminally ill or something. I start tearing up, asking her to tell me what's wrong, but she insists on meeting me at home. I leave work immediately and get home to see her sitting on the couch, her face puffy from crying. I'm shaking and tears are streaming down my face. I ask her about the doctor's appointment and what is going on. She can barely get the words out through her sobs. She tells me that she went to the doctor and that they told her that she is 13 weeks pregnant. I stop crying, but my brain is trying to comprehend what she just told me. All I could say was, "What?" over and over. She is still sobbing, saying she's so confused and she has no idea how this happened. I've never really seen her in a state like that. She seems genuinely upset and confused, but then again, so am I. As I started registering what is going on, I ask, "Did you sleep with someone?" And she only starts crying more, swearing on her life that she didn't sleep with anyone. So I'm like, "But you did. You're pregnant. There's no way that you didn't cheat on me." To which she replies, "I have no freaking clue how this happened, but I swear to God I didn't sleep with anyone. You have to believe me." We go back and forth for 30 minutes or so, both of us still confused. I told her that I needed to think, so I called a friend and spent last night at his house. I've been talking with friends and everyone is confused, but agreeing that Anna must have cheated on me. I keep playing over our conversations in my head though. Like if she knew that she'd slept with a guy and that she could be pregnant, why would she go to the doctor? Why wouldn't she have just gotten an abortion secretly? She could have used a Plan B pill, just in case. Like she could have gotten away with this. Maybe I'm being foolish here, but it genuinely seemed like she had no idea why she was gaining the weight in her stomach. A couple nights we talked at length about possibilities why she was gaining weight just in that region, and pregnancy never crossed our minds. I'm also playing back the potential date that she could have cheated on me, considering she's 13 weeks along. We live together and have similar work schedules. We both work 9 to 5 jobs. And if I'm thinking of the right week that this could have happened, there is nothing that stands out of the ordinary to me. There weren't any late nights or suspicious activity that would have concerned me. I feel like I'm driving myself crazy, and I feel like I can't trust her. She's been texting me asking if we can talk, and I told her that I need more time. I want to believe that she's telling me the truth, but I can't think of any reason how she could be pregnant without having slept with some guy, but it's also confusing given the situation. So Reddit, what are your thoughts? Does my girlfriend have a case of lesbian immaculate conception, or am I being a fool for doubting that she cheated on me? How do I handle this situation, and how do I talk to her? Everything feels very confusing right now. Thanks in advance for reading. Wow, yeah, I think we all see the obvious answer here in that she cheated, but maybe there is another explanation. Is the doctor wrong? You wouldn't think so. 13 weeks pregnant would seem pretty obvious, right? I don't know, I don't know much about this sort of stuff. Let's see what the comments think. Possibilities. She's the Virgin Mary, she had sex with a man 13 weeks ago, or the doctor is wrong. Edit. Apparently, Opie should be looking for suspicious behaviour 10 to 12 weeks ago, not 13 weeks ago. I've been informed that pregnancy weeks are counted from the date of the last period, not from conception. You have 3 possible options. 1. She cheated. 2. She was drugged or is a very heavy sleeper and was assaulted. And 3. She visited a sperm bank and got pregnant. 1 seems the most likely. If you've ruled out 1 for reasons of timing, then 2 also seems unlikely, unless she slept away one night or something similar. 3 would require her willfully getting pregnant, which seems super unlikely, so back to 1 and 2. I think you know the right answer here. You don't just magically get pregnant. Yeah, she could have hidden it and secretly gotten an abortion, but she in all likelihood didn't think anything of it until it was too late. Maybe they used a condom and it broke, or he pulled out or something and she was convinced it couldn't be a pregnancy, or just didn't want to believe it. Denial is extremely powerful. Some people will deny till the day they die, but she's in a relationship with you, a woman, and she's pregnant. This isn't one you can deny. Logic says she may as well come clean, but good luck with that. 99.9% chance she cheated. The only other explanation is she was drugged and assaulted or something. But that's a big leap into the let's find a way to rationalize the crap out of this zone. Good luck with this. My money is on she was unfaithful, as it's the obvious frickin' answer. Opie replies, maybe the answer that she cheated is obvious here, but it's also difficult to explain to a bunch of strangers just how upset she was when she told me. I can't expect internet strangers to know the intimacies of our relationship, but I would not be posting here if I didn't think there was a slight chance that she was actually telling me the truth. Yeah, interesting, and she knows her partner better than anyone, so yeah, that'd be hard to fake, I'd imagine. Let's go to an update. So, a lot has happened since the original post. Thank you to everyone that responded with helpful comments. It seems like most people came to 3 possible conclusions with Anna's pregnancy. She cheated on me and got pregnant, she was the victim of a drugging scenario and doesn't remember anything, or the doctor is wrong. After spending the night at my friend's house and ignoring Anna's calls and texts, I decided to see her the next day to talk. We made a plan to meet at our house after work. I wasn't sure what to expect from our conversation. I thought I might get a confession of her cheating on me or something along those lines. So, we met at home. She asked me how I was doing, and I told her that I was still pretty confused and upset. She understood. Then I said, I have to know, did you sleep with someone or cheat on me? Or come near sperm in any way, shape or form since we've been together? She swore up and down that she did not, very sincerely. She said, I know that this is freaking crazy and literally unbelievable, but I swear to God I didn't cheat on you. I'm just as confused as you are. I still wasn't entirely convinced, so I asked her about the doctor's visit specifically. She did not get an ultrasound. They only took a urine sample. I guess she told them her symptoms, they took a urine sample, concluded she was pregnant, and sent her on her way. I asked why they gave her a specific gestation period, and she didn't know. I'm not entirely sure why they did either. Of course, I was like, did you tell the doctor that it's impossible that you're pregnant, that you've been with a woman for the last 4 years? And the doctor gave her grief for it, essentially implied that she must have slept with a man because she's pregnant, and that's why she was experiencing her symptoms. I'm not sure if this is a common occurrence for a doctor, but she said he seemed completely unfazed by her claims of not having slept with a man. For those of you that mentioned her period, Anna has an irregular period. Sometimes she gets it, and sometimes she doesn't. So there was no cause for alarm when she didn't get her period for 3 months, because A, she can't get pregnant, and B, more sex for us. I guess the doctor saw the signs of a positive pregnancy test and lack of period, and pregnancy was the most reasonable option. After hearing about that, I said that she should schedule another doctor's appointment with a different doctor as soon as possible. She told me that she had, and had the appointment the next day, yesterday. We decided it was best that I go with her to the appointment. The first order of business with the new doctor was the ultrasound. I sat with Anna as they put the gel on her stomach, and I was honestly sweating bullets. I kept thinking to myself, what if she is actually pregnant? I thought I was going to pass out, but Anna seemed calm. They confirmed that Anna is not pregnant, but she had a mass on her ovary that was a cause for concern. It was one of the most emotionally confusing moments of my life. Anna and I looked at each other, not sure if we should celebrate the non-pregnancy, or cry, or what. Anna still has more appointments, but the new doctor gave her the diagnosis of stage 1 ovarian cancer. This explains the positive pregnancy test and the bloated stomach. This also explains why she wasn't able to lose the weight in her stomach. The doctor also mentioned that the irregular periods should have been a sign of concern for Anna, as women with irregular periods can be more at risk for ovarian cancer. I'm devastated and hopeful. Anna is still in shock, as she's been through a lot in the past couple of days. I'm supporting her the best I can, and we're figuring out a game plan. Naturally, we are both terrified of what's to come. This will be a huge part of her life and my life, and probably put our plans to get engaged and married and have kids on hold, if she can even have kids after all of this. Anna even joked about the fact that she wishes she had actually been pregnant with the Messiah. That way we could keep the kid and not have this horrible diagnosis. So I guess this is the happy and sad update. Thanks to everyone for reading. One comment says, "I'm so sorry to hear. The first doctor, who was so dismissive of her insistence that she hadn't slept with a man, should probably be scolded for this." Opie says, "When she explained his reaction to me, I was livid. Call me an angry, man-hating lesbian, but the second doctor was a woman, and she was honestly one of the most helpful and supportive doctors I've ever encountered." Another comment adds, "When I was in my second year of med school, we had one lesson drilled into us very hard during the make sure you take a BHCG section. If a woman tells you that she cannot possibly be pregnant, it's cancer until you've proven otherwise. Especially if she's got PV bleeding, especially if she's looking distended, especially if she has B symptoms, and especially if she's a freaking lesbian. You do not tell a patient that they are lying to you. You assume they are being honest and test them accordingly, but you always remember that if they are not being completely truthful, then you should have something planned for that too. Ovarian cancers are usually painless and are a huge concern. You always consider ovarian cancer in a young woman with painless abdominopelvic distension. It's the 9th most common cause of death in young women, and it's an unusual cancer. That tells you how often they're missed." Wow, there you go, you learn something new every day. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I felt myself getting angry on Opie's behalf about that doctor. Like seriously, what an idiot. But yeah, anyway, like Opie said, this is a bit of a sad and happy update. At least Opie's partner didn't cheat on her, but at the same time, yeah, there's cancer. At least they caught it at stage 1, which I'm assuming is the earliest stage, and fingers crossed they're able to work through it and beat it. Anyway guys, what are your thoughts about this? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, we're leaving that story there and moving on to the next one. Alrighty, jumping over to Am I the A-hole, this one was written by user JollyInformation385, and it's titled, "Am I the A-hole for leaving my boyfriend after finding a woman in our bed?" So, I, 26 female, am going on a trip to London with my sister today. I've been staying with her since yesterday because she lives close to the airport. I realised I forgot my passport at my apartment, where my boyfriend, 27, and I live together, and I had time to go back and get it, so I did. I texted him this morning to let him know I was coming back to get my passport, but he didn't respond. When I got there, he looked really antsy and suspicious. I went into our bedroom and found a woman I don't recognise lying in our bed, fully clothed. I just went on autopilot, grabbed my passport, told him we're over, and left. Now, my boyfriend is blowing up my phone, saying that the woman is his longtime friend and that she's a lesbian who just needed a place to crash for the night. I don't believe him because he never mentioned anything about her staying over while I was gone, and the whole situation feels off. He's saying I'm making a huge mistake and that he's telling the truth, but honestly, I'm just really hurt and confused. He's begging for me to hear him out and is apologising, but this whole situation is not right. So, am I the a-hole for leaving him? Should I believe his explanation? Or is my gut telling me the truth? We just signed the lease 2 months ago and I'm literally leaving the country today, so it's a horrible and stressful situation. Yeah, definitely easy to assume the worst here, that's for sure. He's acting very suspicious. Even if it is his lesbian best friend or whatever, he should have told OP about it. So it's clear, even without the cheating aspect, there's major issues here. Let's go to the comments. Question: is this the straw that broke the camel's back? Even if she is a lesbian, would him not mentioning it just be another thing on the list? Looking at your previous post, it seems like it's not the only issue you have as a couple. The real thing to ask yourself is, are the good things worth it, whether it was genuinely just miscommunication or not? Not the a-hole, depending on other issues. Opie replies, him not mentioning it is a deal breaker for me, because we agreed not to have guests without telling each other beforehand. We established this as a boundary while living together. We struggled emotionally during the moving process because he was stubborn and I was a pushover and didn't advocate for my own needs, seen in my previous post. I chalked it up to moving stress. Other than that, he's been a good partner and I haven't had any reason to believe he's cheating. I feel very blindsided. He's banking on you continuing being a pushover. Get her number and tell her you want to meet her. If she's his platonic friend, she will also want to sort this out for her friend. Not the a-hole. Wow, the moment you leave, huh? Not even, really. You hadn't even left yet. Well, if you happen to know her name, you could always look at their social media. You'll know really quickly if she's a lesbian or bi, but either way, pretty weird, and I wouldn't be believing him at all. She replies, after I left, I asked him for her Instagram or phone number. I've been demanding her contact info for hours, and he still won't give it to me. I want to hear her side of things, and he claims she has a girlfriend, so I think her girlfriend deserves to know as well. So, you're going to believe the woman who sneaked into your bed? Opie says no, which is why I'm notifying her girlfriend. I mean, she needed a place to stay. Was the couch not sufficient? I'd be ticked even if it was 2 dudes or 2 women, whatever. That's our bed. I wouldn't want anyone else in it. Opie says we have a pull-out couch, so it's definitely sufficient enough. You're not wrong to be mad. I don't buy the bees of it being a lesbian friend either, but the fact he was hiding it in itself is bad. Leave his ass. Opie says, honestly, I feel bad for her. He sent me screenshots of their texts, and it seems like she was under the impression he had my permission for guests. I think he put her in a dangerous situation by not telling me and letting me walk in on her in bed. I feel like other people in my situation might have screamed at her or even tried to hurt her. Yeah, for sure. Okay, onto an update 10 days later. I've never updated a Reddit post before, so I hope I'm doing this right. I went to London with my sister. I told my ex I wouldn't be speaking to him, and I enjoyed our girls' trip. As soon as I returned to the USA, I went and got tested for STIs, and turns out he gave me chlamydia. I'm being treated for it now, but I'm going to see the gynecologist soon because I'm not sure how long I've had it. I'm asymptomatic. I last tested negative for all STIs in July 2023, right before I started seeing my ex. He's the only person I've been with since then, so he obviously gave it to me. I'm worried he's had it this entire time, and so have I. But I'm trying not to overthink the cheating and timeline of the chlamydia. I want to focus on my health. He never admitted to cheating. We're still broken up, and I don't plan on going back to him. Since we just signed a brand new lease back in February, we're discussing what to do about the apartment. I've been staying with my sister since we got back, so I'm thankfully not stuck in the apartment without a support system. I really appreciate everyone's advice. I've never been in this situation before. I was embarrassed to tell my family at first, so I went to strangers on the internet. I probably won't update this post again since there isn't much else to say. Thank you all for helping validate my confidence to leave him. Wow, there you go. I reckon this guy was a serial cheater for sure. Let's go to some final comments. Any actual lesbian friend would have jumped up and down to say something diffusing. Plus, any actual lesbian friend would have been mentioned, if not introduced by now. What's with cheaters and losers making the dumbest excuses ever? Like seriously, it's annoying. Who's seen that video of a man and woman in court, and they played a video he took where his affair partner's legs and feet, she was wearing heels, can be seen, and he claimed it was a lamp. Lol. And the judge was incredulous and he said, yeah, if someone told me what I'm saying now, I wouldn't believe me too. Lamau. The excuses these idiots make. They're always a lesbian. One of my exes did the same thing, and I believed him until he wouldn't shut up about her and kept comparing me to her. I found out officially when one of his close friends called me and confirmed it. I was pregnant at the time. Even if you're in the most monogamous of monogamous relationships, please get tested at your yearly physical and well-woman exam. If you aren't in a place for yearlies, see if there's a nearby PP or low-cost clinic. I always jokingly ask if there's anything my boyfriend needs to come clean about before my results come in. Yeah, probably a good habit, that's for sure. But yeah, in the end, no surprises there. The boyfriend doubled down on his cheating even when all the evidence was stacked against him. Nice try, bro. Enjoy single life. Anyway, folks, that's it from me today. Hope you guys enjoyed those stories. Thanks for making it to the end, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day. Cheers.